One of the things I love about my dad is he's always good to look at us kids and what our interests were and cater around that, as opposed to some fathers that try to force their interests on their kids.
He was very opinionated and very strong-willed, and I was pretty much the opposite. I was like to just kind of hang back and be in the background.
You know, one of the great things about experiencing this Fathers of Faith project is you get to see the different life lessons that different dads, and we have some phenomenal dads involved in this project, have taught their sons and have taught their daughters.
I first told my dad that I was doing this book about fathers, and that I'd end up having to write about him, and he said, "Why do you want to write about an old crumb bum like me?" And yeah, I think through the years he has more or less absorbed my and my siblings' dismissive behavior about him, and just for whatever reason, he's always felt that he's been a bad father.
As I think to my own dad, I can think of a lot of lessons learned, but three really stand out to me: fun, duty, and perspective.
It became more of a cathartic experience for me to be able to say, you know, my dad did a pretty good job. My dad's a pretty good guy. I was so ungrateful for all of the things that he taught me. You know,
Dad is a dear friend of mine. We go running together. We talk daily together. And he has hard days sometimes. I have hard days sometimes. And he's always good to put in perspective by saying, you know, what if this really matters 100 years from now?
My dad will typically just shake hands with his sons as his show of affection and greeting. But I wouldn't settle for that. It was too important for me to show him my gratitude. And he shook my hand, and I drew him close and gave him a great big hug and kind of held him for a minute and said, "Dad, I appreciate all you've done for me."
And it makes you think about the eternal perspective of things. And some things in this life are just little headaches that won't matter 100 years from now. And some things, like the relationship between a father and a son, will matter 100 years from now.
My relationship with my dad's not like a lot of people where some people have a really great relationship. I've never had that great relationship, but I do now because I've had a chance to assess my view of my dad. My dad hasn't changed, my attitude's changed.